Let us begin this half hour with the 17-year-old whose simple idea just made him millions. We'll talk to him in a moment, but first, his remarkable story. Meet Nick DeLoisio, regular teenager and new multi-millionaire, designing apps on and off since the age of 12.
I was revising for history exams, and I was using Google and these other search engines, and I realized that there was a gap in the market.
At age 15, Nick designed an app called Sumly. Apple picked it up as one of its new and noteworthy apps, and Nick soon got a call from a Hong Kong investor who wanted to meet him.
There was like a question where they were like, when are we going to go meet you? And I was like, before or after school. This is my friend Steven.
Friend?
The app's been featured in British commercials. It works by summarizing web content for mobile devices.
Sumly gives you 400 characters. That's more than a tweet, but less than a full article. It identifies key points that matter most and summarizes them for you in just a handful of sentences.
Get just the sentences that matter.
Now one of the youngest tech millionaires after reportedly selling his app to Yahoo for around $30 million. Nick showed us his app and found a story about himself.
Actually, that story was nice to read because it was a summary. So there's the example.
And 17-year-old multi-millionaire, how's that sound, Nick? Nick DeLoisio is with us exclusively. It's nice to have you here. Good morning.
Thank you.
Does money corrupt in 48 hours? I mean, have you changed in the last 48 hours?
No, not yet.
No?
I think my motivation was never about the money. It was about the technology and the product. So because of that, I don't think going forward it'll feel that different.
But have you at least started to plan a splurge or two?
Well, I can't really touch the money. It's in like a trust fund with my parents, and so I'll be managing it with them.
I was going to ask you, so how exactly did you come up with this software? But let's face it, we'll never understand. So instead, how does it feel to have sold it? To have this, it's kind of your baby. You've been working on it for a few years, and now it's become so big, and Yahoo has bought it.
I'm really excited that we've sold it because Yahoo's a really great company to be joining right now. I think with Marissa Mayer there as their CEO, as a technologist, it's a great time to be joining the company because they're focusing on mobile and applications, and that's exactly what Sumly was.
Did you hear what he did? He went right there and buttered up the sound.
I know.
That's a really good idea.
We knew you were smart.
But is it not hard to give up control? I mean, it's not going to be called Sumly anymore. It's going to be swallowed up by this large company. Do you feel at all weird about, the bird flying out of the nest?
It's going to be different, and it's going to be different being in a larger company and learning how that... I mean, it's my first job, basically.
Well, you're 17.
Yeah, so that's expected as well. It'll be fun. But I think, the plan is to take our technology, this summarization algorithm, and integrate it into as many different parts of Yahoo as possible.
There had to be some funny moments, right? You develop this software, you start talking to investors, venture capitalists, you show up, and you're a teenager. Were people shocked?
Yeah, I think the funniest moment would have been when I was 15. I released a demo of the app, and the Hong Kong billionaire Li Ka-shing, his kind of investment fund, reached out to me. And we had a phone call where they didn't know my age. And at the end of the phone call, they were like, when should we meet? We'll fly to London. And I was kind of like, before or after school.
They're thinking graduate school at that point.
No, like college or something.
I mean, I'm looking at you. I'm listening to you. You are clearly an incredibly bright young man. Do you have is there a role model for you out there? Do you look at a Mark Zuckerberg or a Bill Gates as someone you'd like to pattern your career after?
Yeah, I mean, Mark Zuckerberg's obviously very inspirational because he's a young CEO of kind of a big company, and he started when he was 19 as well. I think Steve Jobs also was really inspirational for me because he was very persistent in doing what he wanted to do, and that's why Apple became what it is.
Do you have any other ideas?
That you could whisper in our ear?
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, I wish.
We want to get in on the ground floor on your next idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
You seem like you still have your feet firmly on the ground as well, which is nice, Nick. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nick.
And?